without question and made his way to the queen's chambers. The guards let him in, and he bowed before the queen, who was adorned in a flowing silk robe, her face serene as she sipped her morning tea. "Jonah, why have you come?" she asked. Jonah handed her the letter. She broke the seal and read it, her expression turning pale. "Is this true?" she whispered. Jonah met her gaze. "I was asked to deliver this message to you, but I do not know if the king is truly dead. Only those who have seen him this morning would know." The queen frowned, realizing that Jonah had neither confirmed nor denied the claim. She summoned her attendants and sent them to check on the king. Minutes later, the king himself burst into the chamber, laughing. "Clever man," he said, pointing at Jonah. "You did not lie, yet you did not fall for my trap." Jonah bowed. "Truth needs no disguise, Your Majesty." The king clapped his hands in amusement. But still, he was not done testing Jonah. The third test. Days later, the king devised a final challenge. He invited Jonah to a grand feast and sat him beside the highest-ranking nobles. As the meal progressed, the king turned to Jonah and said, "Tell me, what do you think of my court?" Jonah glanced around the room. The nobles watched him expectantly, knowing that many of them were corrupt and power-hungry. If he praised them falsely, he would betray his reputation. If he spoke the truth, he might offend them and face their wrath. He chose his words carefully. A court is only as strong as the wisdom of its ruler. The wise see what is hidden, but the blind follow what is spoken. The king narrowed his eyes, but Jonah remained calm. The nobles shifted uncomfortably, understanding the weight of his words. Finally, the king let out a slow chuckle. "You have a way with words, Jonah." He turned to his guests. "Perhaps we should all reflect on them." That night, the king admitted defeat. Jonah was truly a man who never lied, not because he was stubborn, but because he understood the power of truth. The final lesson. Jonah returned to his village, where he continued his simple life. Over time, stories of his honesty spread far and wide, inspiring others to be truthful in their own lives. One day, a young boy approached him. "Master Jonah," he said, "is it hard to always tell the truth?" Jonah smiled. "It is only hard for those who fear it. The truth is like the sun, it may be covered by clouds, but it never disappears." And so, Jonah's legacy lived on, not because he never lied, but because he proved that truth, when spoken with wisdom, could